Welcome to Wacky Wednesdays, where everyone has a chance to show off their car mods. And here's this week's winner.
What's up, Scotty? Thanks for giving me the opportunity to show you my 1996 Ford F150. This truck has been a project of mine, me and my dad's, for a couple of years now, and this is kind of what we've come up with. So I'll give you guys a little bit of rundown on what we've done and a couple of things that I still am going to do in the future. One of the main things that we have done to this truck over the last couple of years is we put a 6-inch suspension lift in it and a 3-inch body lift. When I originally bought this truck, it already had a 6-inch suspension lift in it, but I'm assuming it had been put in somewhere in the early 2000s because everything was pretty much going bad. The springs were going bad, shocks were not all that great. I actually lost a couple leafs out of the leaf pack on the passenger side when I was going down the road. So that was kind of the wake-up call for me that something needed to be done, and the suspension needed to be redone. When I first bought this truck a couple years back, it had 49,000 miles on it, which is pretty low for the time, for especially how old the truck is, being about 20 years old. Currently it has 67,000 on it. One of the things that we did to this truck was this bed liner paint job, and we chose orange for the color. I really like the bed liner paint job because it does see off-road kind of often. Before, when we didn't have the bed liner paint job on it, I would have scratches all down my clear coat, and with the bed liner paint job, it really keeps it looking pretty much as good as day one. It's been on here for about a year and a half now, and I mean, I don't really have any major complaints about it. It still looks pretty much as good as when I first laid it on there. So being where we are up in the Northeast, we have a lot of snow, and actually it snowed this morning also, which tends to make stuff, especially because they use salt on the roads, it makes cars rust out a lot. So this thing had its fair share of rust issues before we got to it, and that's also why we kind of ended up repainting the truck. I had the choice to either repaint the truck in the color that it was when I bought it, or to change the color, and I ended up changing the color because when I first bought the truck was pink, and I keep this as a souvenir just to show people that the truck was pink when I bought it. Hood, they actually did a really good job when they painted this truck pink because it was everywhere, under the hood, in the door jambs, under the bed. Actually, you know, it's still under the bed. One of the other things I've done to this truck is this ranch hand bumper on the front here. I really wanted something that was going to protect the front end of my truck if I were to hit something off-road or hit a deer, because I've hit a couple deer out here. There's a lot of deer up in this part of the woods here. Yeah, I wanted something that was going to protect the front of my truck since I had put all this work into it, and I thankfully haven't hit a deer with it yet, but someday I might, and I'll let you guys know if it holds up. So one of the next things that I'm going to be doing to this truck is completely ditching the 6-inch suspension lift that I have in it now, taking these axles out and tossing them and putting in 2005 Super Duty F350 axles, front and rear, in this truck. So that is going to be a very big project, and it shouldn't be all that hard, but it is definitely going to be one of the bigger projects. Under the hood of this truck, we have the Ford 5.8 351 Windsor, and it's been really good to me. It has pretty low miles on it, but it's been really good to me. I haven't actually had to do anything to it in the last couple of years that I've owned the truck. It's completely bone stock. I kind of am going to keep it that way for a while, unless something goes bad on it. Then I'll probably upgrade it a little bit. For the time being, it's doing perfectly good. Perfectly good job at turning these 38-inch tires, so I really can't complain. Also, under here was all pink when I first bought the truck too. So we painted this orange instead of doing bed liner, and in the door jambs we also painted that orange instead of doing the bed liner to keep it kind of saves a little bit of weight, and it's just a lot easier to paint the door jambs instead of having the bed liner in the door jambs. It keeps the gaps small so we don't have any rubbing issues and stuff like that. So that's pretty much what we have into the truck so far. There's a lot of more stuff that is going to come in the near future here, but that's pretty much what I've got for you guys today. Thank you again, Scotty, for letting me show you guys my F-150 here. If any of you guys are wanting to see more of this truck and when we do the axle swaps and stuff, my YouTube channel is bearbait01. So alright guys, thank you all for watching and have a good one.
Well, that was this week's video, and to have your car mod shown on my channel here, check this out. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.